Not bad. Today is once again something a little different. I've kind of been playing around with all kinds of content just to see what people like and what I like to make. So I've been having fun with the whole YouTube thing. This video is actually something I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into everything. Basically, I'm just gonna take you through all my tattoos and my piercings. I currently have 6 tattoos and 2 piercings. And I kind of want this just to be like a baseline video because I plan to get more. I'm just gonna first take you through like kind of what I think about before I get a tattoo, show you all the tattoos, and then I'll end with piercings. First of all, I have like 2 or 3 things I kind of think about when I get a tattoo. The first is that they have none of my tattoos have any meaning. They're just things that look cool to me. I'm a firm believer that if something never had meaning, it can't lose meaning. Another thing that kind of goes along with this is generally getting images that are already somewhat iconic, because people have been looking at them for years and like they're still well renowned, and like they go for, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars at auction. This doesn't have to apply, it just kind of does at times. And then like probably the most important thing for me is placement. I'm really into like working out, and I guess you would call it bodybuilding, but not in like the meathead kind of way. So I never want a tattoo that will like ruin the natural lines in my body. So I'm always looking to place them correctly. And then another thing that I think about when I get tattoos is like back in the day when tattoos were really taboo, people who had visible tattoos had covered all of the space of their body that they could. So they basically like start in the center and then work out, and then it eventually like covers your arms and legs and whatever. Yeah, I like the idea of wearing a t-shirt and jeans and being completely like covered and no one having any idea. I'm kind of sticking to like my stomach and chest right now, and then of course thighs. I'll probably do my arms and like neck if I ever did neck last. And then finally is I only get black tattoos. I don't think I'll ever get color tattoos. I'm probably gonna eat my words at some point, but I just think it looks way cleaner and way more simple. As far as like clothes go, you can't clash with your tattoos. That just sounds like a headache to me, so I'd rather just not even deal with it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into my tattoos. So the first one is this horse and rider rendition on my leg. There's an artist named Richard Hamilton who painted in New York. He was a graffiti artist, did other paintings. He was also a heroin addict, so he kind of like sold his paintings for very cheap to fund his habit. And I've just always really thought his horse and rider paintings were very cool. This is like definitely a really good first tattoo, I would say. Placement wise, high up on my thigh so I can cover it. It didn't really hurt. Just a good way to get into it. However, it was definitely inspired by another artist's work, and I did not go to that artist to get it. And so I would definitely recommend, if you like an artist's work, to just go directly to them and not try and get someone else to replicate it, because it's never gonna look good, like as good as it could. Unfortunately, the artist that I wanted was in LA and I live near Atlanta, so at the time it just didn't seem feasible. But after getting it and realizing that, I basically said I wouldn't get tattooed again until I got to this artist in LA. And so probably a year, I think exactly a year later, I got a plane ticket to LA for like $60 on spring break, like last minute. I don't know how that happened. He had an appointment opening somehow. So I flew to LA and I got one of my other thigh tattoos. And this is from Raf Simons' Poltergeist collection. It's actually a collage by an artist named Peter de Potter. I'm a big fan of his work. And I just thought it, like with this artist's style, it was absolutely would be an awesome tattoo. It's super deconstructed. When I came in, he drew it with a line at the bottom to like connect it, and I got him to take that out. I think we both agreed when it came out that it looked really good, kind of just open. And what my favorite part about it is how it sits right below where like most of my shorts hit, and so these lines and like the castle come out, And if you notice, this castle part was not of the tattoo, but of the actual artwork was the inspiration for the Shorts Archive logo. So that's just kind of like a fun thing. After going to him, it was just such a professional experience. As far as artists go, like way in another league than this first artist I went to. I basically decided like I didn't want to get tattoos from anyone else, just because like distance is so far. It's hard to get tattooed that often. Probably around, that December. So spring break, I got this tattoo, and then in December I was there. I ended up going back. I'd sent him a couple ideas, but nothing I was really like set on. And so I basically walked in, and he said, "Hey, I drew this. I think you'd like it." And I saw it, and I was like, "Yeah, let's go." So it's this like big castle collage, like abstract thing on my stomach. I believe he said it was based on like a 14th century blueprint of a building that never got built, but I love it. I think it looks perfectly like lined up on the side of my body, and then it like curves slightly with my hip bone. This one's so painful, like the steeple going across the ribs, it felt like a fire poker dragging across your skin. And then also the hip bone was really like dark shading, so that hurt pretty bad. Yeah, I basically just like sat through and went in one go, and it took like an hour or more. Love this tattoo. I think it looks super cool. And then also in the same session, I got this lightning bolt right above my knee on like the teardrop part of your thigh muscle. You probably would assume it's like Undercover inspired, and you're kind of right. Most people know by now that Undercover's like lightning bolt was inspired by a singer named Patti Smith. She had the lightning bolt tattoo on her knee. I've seen a couple Undercover on the knee tattoos, and they all have the like actual Undercover lightning bolt. But if you look at the picture of Patti Smith's, it's like a little different shape. And so I kind of wanted that. I think it looks better that way. So I got in this really sketchy style, just like right above the knee. I think it is a cool placement. And I love this tattoo. It's so small and simple, but I think it just adds a lot. And it looks really cool with shorts. Then I'll fast forward to my last two tattoos. And I got these like less than a week ago actually. I was in Brazil with some friends, and they all wanted to get tattoos. So they booked this guy who ended up being a really good artist, and I hadn't planned on getting any tattoos really, but we go in, we basically just like hung out in his courtyard. We ordered pizzas, he like ate pizza with us, like it was just a really like cool experience, and then we all got tattooed. So it got me psyched, and I had this in my head for a little while. It's this knife print from Andy Warhol. I think it just fits like really good in this like crevice on my shoulders. And I wanted one on my shoulders for a while because I wear like white beaters or tank tops like pretty often to work out, and I think it just looks cool because it like kind of sticks out of that. Yeah, that's all of my current tattoos. I think they all work really well together. Yeah, moving along to piercings. The only two piercings I have are in my ears. So this first one is a lobe piercing, I guess. I don't know what piercings they're called, but I just have this like silver hoop in it. My friend did it in my apartment a couple years ago. Yeah, I've just kept it ever since. It was cool. It was infected for a while, but yeah, once it healed, it looks good. He got it like right in the center, so happy with that one. And then I recently got this. It's like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like in the very middle of my ear. I added this cross charm to it. I think it looks cool, having like a dangly earring like in the middle of your ear. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what your favorite tattoo was, and if you liked the video, like feel free to follow me on Instagram at Connor with an upside down N, and then also Shorts Archive. I have a business where I buy and sell and design shorts that interest me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.